Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal,
I'm Zell Folks,
and this is
Inside the Ropes Boxing Show.
All right. Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal. Another exciting episode of Inside the Ropes. I got my co-host Marlon Clemens. We're gonna be talking about a few different topics today. Just got his wife let him out this weekend. Y'all noticed last weekend he wasn't here. We had to call him on the phone to get a word or two from him. But he back today. Go ahead, Marlon. What you got to say?
I think we're going to start the day off talking about Prime.
Prime time, Colorado Buffalo.
Prime
I want to make an announcement. I am now a Colorado Buffalo
Me too.
fan. I have kicked my other team to the curb. I see little Malcolm X back there. He's waving me off about prime time. But hey, prime time shocked the world yesterday.
Yeah, give it up for prime time one time.
A lot of people thought the man wasn't going to win. You know, he did great yesterday. The team looked real good. The quarterback was composed. They looked like they actually practiced. No, they've been together for years. So I was happy, and it was good game. Beautiful game.
TCU was the first domino to fall. They got my guys up next, Nebraska. They're probably going to stomp all over us. But I'm happy to see what Deion is doing up there in Colorado. He got a lot of negative press. He got a lot of haters in the comments. And like he said, he's keeping his receipts. And so he came out week one. That was a statement win.
Yeah.
That was a real big statement win. And I don't know if a lot of people understand, that's hard to do. Take over a new program, only return 3 players from that program, and then build a team like that to compete against a top 25 team in week one.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that took a lot.
That's not easy.
Right.
And the players played real discipline. They played real discipline football yesterday. They didn't have too many penalties. You know, near the third and end of third and fourth quarter, they were, had a couple penalties. But otherwise, they played real good. They looked professional. Even though they're college boys, they look in the first half. They looked real professional. Like you could tell, they had practice and they had great athletes.
They got the system to win. They got NFL veteran coaches on the staff. Deion got both sons on the squad, so they've been studying game tape since they was 2, 3, 4 years old. And that poise and confidence was shown over the whole team. That Shedeur was, demonstrating.
Right. He actually
they took on his characteristics. Nobody got rattled, and that was a packed stadium down there in TC.
Right. Even when they fell behind, if you notice, when they fell behind, they showed a lot of poise and character. Because they didn't get down, they didn't get scared. They took the ball right back up the field and scored. This is what we do.
That's good coaching right there. Yeah.
That's just like, you can tell good fighters in boxing, ones that listen. And you can go out there and look at a Robinson Neal boxing fighter and tell when they out there boxing, look at the difference. They're going to listen to what you say. The ones that actually compete, going to listen to what you say. They're going to look like they know what they're doing and they're going to be in shape, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so... our next topic is going to be, what else we talking about today? Hey, hold up. Let me interrupt. We got a bowling tournament coming up. And come here, Chris Jones. Come here.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Chris Jones from 3-4 Fitness. We beat them. We whooped them up in the
softball.
The World Championship kickball. The World Championship kickball. This is Chris Jones from 3-4 Fitness. We whooped them up. There's our trophy back there. We beat them in kickball. Now we're going into it in bowling.
This bowling gonna get banned. I'm just going to hold on. What's this called in the show again?
Inside the Rope.
3 Inside the Rope.
Okay, so Inside the Rope. This is Chris Jones, aka Body by Jones of 3-4 Fitness. Y'all heard it today, September 3rd, 2023 to date. They are going to lose the bowling terribly. The kickball, they got it. They got it the kickball, but the bowling is going to be terrible. I'm going to slide out in a second. I just wanted to go ahead and date that myself. I'm right next door, just in case y'all need me to vouch at any other point. We're going to be filming this bowling. Y'all go ahead and enjoy that, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, what do you think about these athletes from other sports tapping into the boxing game?
Well, as far as boxing, as far as cardio wise, boxing is probably the hardest in cardio wise. You even like MMA fighters. Some MMA fighters say I'm fooling, but I used to grapple. I used to teach it, so I know for a fact that it's not gonna be. It's a little harder boxing because you have to be focused all 3 minutes of every round. The cardio is different. That's why a lot of boxers, other athletes, like back in the day, Kobe, Carmelo Anthony, a whole bunch of boxers. I mean, basketball players and football players take up boxing because the cardio is different, and boxing really make you test yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So-
as far as the fitness, like you got these athletes from other sports actually trying to compete and not just do it for conditioning and fitness, but actually do it on a professional level.
Some of it is like a mockery. You know what I'm saying? Some of them can't really fight. You get a few of them that can actually fight who know the fundamentals of boxing, and they think it's a game, so they get knocked out. You know, I remember Ed Too Tall Jones back in the day. Zeb, you remember Zeb?
Yeah.
Ed Too Tall Jones tried to come from boxing. I mean, from football to boxing, he got knocked out.
That man was 6'9".
Yep. trying to box. You know, it's a lot of Le'Veon Bell. What's Nate Robinson? You see what happened to him? Adrian Peterson.
Right.
Look, you can play football and basketball. I know y'all heard this before, but you can't play boxing. You better know what the hell you're doing.
So what's the cutoff age? Do you feel a person should not try to pursue professional boxing and go the amateur route?
Well, in the amateur route, that's why they had the Masters division. You can box amateur all the way up to like 70 and 70 something.
Right.
But to being at a pro level, yeah, you might get away with your first 2 or 3 fights when you have opponents. But when you actually get in there with somebody who can fight, who been doing this shit since he's like 12,
Right.
11, 9, man, you like a fish out of water. You probably get, they probably get concussion protocol because they going to whoop you behind, man. I'm telling you.
I think we're just in an area and space to where everybody's trying to get into the whole combat space, period.
That's
Whether it's
true.
UFC or boxing. I think it's good that people want to get into the sport, but
Right.
you got to know your limits.
Right, and you got to know when you're being coached correctly because you can get somebody who think they're being coached correctly and they're not, and they're going to get in there and get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And these coaches out here just taking people money so they get knocked out. That's a shame. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, yeah, a lot of athletes, like, some people just like we was talking about the other day, gangsters want to be fighters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got gangsters want to be fighters. Everybody want to be a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
You know, so I think it's good. But a lot of times when you get somebody who's overly aggressive and they put them in here and start putting them in the ring, you know what I'm saying? It humbles them.
Mm-hmm.
Makes them not want to go out and do nothing because I know I ain't bad.
It look different on TV.
It look different on TV. It look different on man, that ring, I tell you, that ring is a truth machine. It's going to expose you. If you ain't in condition, it's going to expose you. If your skills are limited, it's going to expose you. And if you've been coached wrong, it's going to expose you. So, but come to Robinson Neal Boxing Academy, 7201 What Park Lane Road Suite. Get that real training, you know what I'm saying? You got that fake stuff, and you got the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can get it watered down, stepped on. They say it ain't stepped on here. Straight drop. That shit straight drop.
I like that. Yeah, straight raw. Eh?
That scale.
Yeah, fish scale.
Let's transition into Errol Spence. He activated the rematch.
Right.
How you feel about that?
Well, I know that was a business move because listen, if he come back and say I'm going to fight somebody else, he's going to get less money. He might stand a chance of looking bad again, or he might stand a chance of getting hurt, depending on who he fight, right? Mm-hmm. So why take that chance? I can come back and get $25 million. So I think that's a business decision because I'd rather come back and get that $25 million. If you beat me again,
You beat me.
hey, you just beat me. Hey, the man better than me.
Right.
I'm $50 million richer.
Right.
I sit at home and soak my wounds about it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So it's at the end of the day, pro boxing, like I say, amateur boxing is a sport. Pro boxing is a business. The man gonna get the best. That's the biggest fight he can get.
Right.
So I say it's gonna be good. I think he'll look better maybe this fight at 154 than he did. But on a skill set, in 6 months, he's not gonna be able to learn enough to beat Crawford.
And if you look at his body right now, compared to Crawford body,
Yeah, I
Crawford's
seen
still in shape.
Yeah, I see Errol's out there.
That's my guy.
Errol's
Like, he
eating that
enjoying
shrimp,
life right now.
shrimp and lobster. Everybody's out there eating shrimp and lobster, and all he can eat.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just gonna close out like this. This has been another episode of Inside the Ropes. We appreciate y'all coming through. Oh, make sure y'all find out when that bowling tournament is. We're gonna beat 3-4 Fitness. Man, we just better. You know what I'm saying? We the national correction. We're the world champion kickball. Kickball team, kickball gym. We the best.
Don't forget, we got that trunk or treat, October 28th. Come out and show your love and support the gym.
Yeah, October 28th, trunk or treat. We're gonna have it in the back. Some of y'all wear your regular costumes that you wear every day. Cold out to see us. And then November 4th, we're gonna have another USA amateur boxing event right here at Robinson Hill Boxing Academy. The first one was a great success, and we're gonna try to do it again.
See you next week.
See you next week. Can you get out next week? Yeah.